Hey everybody, it's Tuesday and we have a very special guest who I'm going to be introducing in a moment, but also Boink is here and it's her birthday today. And she was just having a little nap, so she was a little bit grumpy, but she is waving through the screen to our good friend Sparkie, who's waiting in the back room. Hi, Sparkie. And we're going to put her back where she was because I got grumbled at good. So, we don't want to upset the birthday girl. She's 12 today, and she's really excited to have this interview with Sparkie from Ruckus Dog. I'm so happy to have her too because we have never met. This is our first day talking together. She's a huge animal lover. She's amazing. She's so passionate about what she does. She's got the most gorgeous booth at the One of a Kind show. We've also found out we have mutual friends. This is going to be such an exciting interview. And one of our mutual friends is, ta-da, our sponsor, Brenda Badome. So today I am wearing this gorgeous top. It kind of, on my screen, it looks a little purpley, but you know what it looks like? To me, it's like Cabernet Sauvignon. It's so, so nice. It's like a gorgeous red with a little hint of purple. And I want you guys to use the coupon code Get to Know Her when you go to brendabadome.com because you're going to get 13% off. But Brenda sent me a text last night to let me know that she's got some items on sale. So you guys have to check that out. She's got a beautiful wrap dress. She's got blouses and her skinny jeans. You must get a pair of those. You will feel amazing in them. They are fantastic. They are perfect for women like us. They've got the nice wide band. They fit well. They're comfy. You'll feel like you're in your PJs and you will look so stylish. So without further ado, we are going to bring our dear friend Sparkie on, and I'm going to put my earphones in so I can hear her. Here she comes.
Yay!
Oh my God. We almost match. We kind of matched today.
I love the back room. It's a lot of fun.
Isn't it great? Yeah. Isn't it fun? The virtual green room?
The virtual green room. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Oh my gosh. So Sparkie, before we begin, I have a special message for you from Brenda. She wanted me to tell you that you are one of the most creative, innovative women she knows. And she loves you.
Thank you, Brenda. I feel the same. I do.
She's amazing.
To jeans ideas, but who wears jeans anymore? We're all like from the top up. We just have to from the top up these days.
I know. And, yeah, for sure. And that's what I love about Brenda's pants. Like, honestly, when I go home at night, like my husband and I go into the PJs right away. Yeah. But on the days I'm wearing Brenda's, he's like, aren't you going to change? I go, oh, yeah, because they're not, there's no jabbing or, you can cross your legs in them, for God's sake.
I know. I miss dancing with you, Brenda.
Tell me that. So what kind of, before we get into it, I want to know a little bit about this dancing. Brenda was telling me briefly.
We dance at the Mayfair. I've known Brenda for, I guess, 25 years now from the Mayfair, was the club we'd work out at. And we dance every Monday morning with Al Green. And it was just so much fun. Just a really good release. Yeah. Yeah. On a Monday, right?
Yeah. And did you guys meet there, or how did you meet 25 years ago?
We met at the Mayfair.
You met at the Mayfair. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's so great. And we have another mutual friend, Carolyn Pasichny, who loves to shop from you. She's been telling me about you for years. And every time she'd come to the show, she'd be like, have you gone over and introduced yourself to Sparkie yet? I'm like, no, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there.
We never make it, do we?
I know. Well, it's good. We had busy booths.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we did. So, my very first question I ask all of my guests is
pass
stuff. I want to know all the dirt. What did little Sharyn, because I think you became Sparkie later.
Yes.
Which I want to know about as well. Yeah. But what did little Sharyn want to be when she grew up?
Most definitely a veterinarian.
Yeah.
Something to do, something to do with animals. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just love animals so much, and I wanted to, just felt so connected with them.
Wow.
And
So you're always an animal lover. Did you have pets at home?
Yes, never dogs. I had guinea pigs, birds, rabbits, and all the outdoor wildlife. You know, my mom and dad were really into the outdoor life. So from early on, so I always grew up around nature. That was a big part of, I guess, my influence for that.
Yeah. Wow. And where did you grow up, Sharyn?
Keswick, Ontario. You can call me Sharyn. It's okay.
I can call you Sharyn. I can go back and forth. We're in the past.
I answered to Sparkie, though.
So you grew up in Keswick?
Keswick, Ontario. Yep. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So it's only 45 minutes away now, so that's not so bad. I'm back and forth to see my mom quite a bit.
That's so great. And you're in Toronto right now. We're talking to you in Toronto.
Yes.
Yeah. Great. Oh, that's so wonderful. So tell us about your nickname.
Sparkie?
How did you get that nickname? Yes.
Might be my little bubbly personality, but a very, very dear friend of mine, my sister from a different mister, started calling me Sparkie. Her name was Sharyn also, and she started calling me Sparkie, and it's been over 30 years I've had that nickname. So I'm Sparkie on Park Hall.
Wow.
I had to find the right street to move to so it would all fit together.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, and everybody knows you by Sparkie, and that's what they call you at the show. And all your customers.
Call me by my real name, it really just kind of goes over my head. What?
That's great. Who? Well, I like how your parents spelled Sharyn. It's different.
Different, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Being in Keswick, my dad used to take practice runs to the hospital in Newmarket, where my mom would probably end up, popping me out. Right. And there's a little town called Sharyn that's halfway between Keswick and Newmarket. It's spelled differently. It's spelled with an O. So my dad always knew when he was in Sharyn, he was halfway to the hospital. So that's how I got my name. I don't know about the halfway thing. So.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. That's such a unique story for, for choosing a name.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Well, they're different. They're very different.
Yeah. That's so fun. So what did you do sort of after high school?
After high school. Well, I did go to university.
Okay.
I ended up taking double majoring in fine arts and English because I figured I should have the English side of things and explore the fine arts because I always knew I wanted to be creative because as a kid I always was drawing and entering like the local fair like the Sutton Fair with my art. And it was really fine detail art. Like I loved doing stuff like along the lines of Robert Bateman. Like I loved him as an artist, just his exploration into nature and animals. It just captivated me. So I kind of went along that route with my drawings and illustration.
Okay.
When I went to university, I thought, I'm going to do the fine arts and the English. And I had lots of time on the bus going back and forth from Keswick to York University, like 2.5 hours because I commuted. So, so I had a lot of reading time. So I took the English. And I took a little bit of math because that was my dad's influence. But by that time, I decided being a veterinarian probably wasn't my path.
Okay.
It was just too... The things that come along with that, like saying goodbye to a pet, was just too emotional for me,
Yes. Yeah.
It was the math.
Exactly.
Okay, it was the math.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
But the emotional, that would be so hard, and seeing families. I can imagine.
Yeah. So I thought, no, that's not my route. So the fine arts that I took and design, I took design at York, but at that point, the what was that, maybe over 30 years ago, it was, their design program wasn't the same as it is now, all Mac computers.
Okay.
Completely different learning process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm aging myself a little bit.
Wow. So how many years were you in school, in university then?
5 years.
5 years.
And
Okay.
I was just going along for the ride because I really didn't know what was going to happen at the point. I didn't really have a clear direction on where I was going. I just knew that I wanted to go there because I just didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I started, and I think it was my 3rd year university, I started meeting some amazing influences in my life at that point that really started, putting my career in a certain direction.
Okay. And who were those people?
One gentleman worked for Thomas Bata, the shoe company.
Yeah.
And they came in and they did a student design contest. And I entered the contest, and a lot of us I didn't win, but I met this gentleman, and we really ended up clicking, like creatively and all that sort of thing. And he asked me to work on a couple of projects with him. And he was the executive to Thomas Bata, and the project was ShoeCon in Milan, Italy. So it was like, okay. I didn't go, though. I didn't get to go.
Oh,
it's so unfair, but
yeah.
Yeah.
But still, how exciting. And you're in your 20s, right? Like, this is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that was so long ago.
I know. I think that too. Even like now with the Christmas rush, I keep thinking, okay, when are you going to learn that you cannot work the way you did when you were 20? Like, how many times with the bad hip on the couch at night?
Oh, I know. You can't sit too long, right? Netflix binges are killer, right?
Oh, they're terrible for hips. The other night, Sparkie, look, I'm calling you Sharyn. I'm going to be the only one. People are going to be like, who is this girl? The other night, Sparkie, I was sitting on a cutting board just because my everything is like off. I need a few adjustments.
Did that help?
Yeah, it did actually. Yeah, because
a little cheesy.
Good one. Oh my gosh. So this is so great. So university, you meet these people, and then school's over. And were you living in res, or were you living on your own, or?
No, I was living with my parents in Cathcart.
Oh, okay.
That's
the oh, right. You were going back and forth.
Back and forth, and which is fine. Then worked on this thing for Bata shoes.
Yeah.
And then he introduced me to another woman that had this very small business, micropack marketing. And there is where I learned the Mac computer. So I learned the technology there because they didn't have the technology at York University at that time for design. It was all illustration. It was creating overlays for print production where you had to wax the boards and put the linotype on, and it was just a totally different process. But I learned, like I freelanced with her, kind of like, and just learned the Mac from her because they didn't even have computers at university at that time to teach.
That's great. So it was like a real apprenticeship for you.
It was a real apprenticeship. Yeah. I learned a lot. I learned a lot with her, different projects. And I was also working at the Bloor Street Diner to put myself through school too at that point. I think at this point I had actually moved to a basement apartment in Toronto. Okay. Little teeny tiny basement apartment. Yeah.
Wow. Where were you? What was the intersection?
It was over in Spadina. Okay. We were in Spadina. Yeah, right in the annex.
I used to have an apartment at Bloor and St. George. I love that area.
Oh yeah. We probably crossed paths.
We probably did.
Door open 24 hours. I was there a lot. I never seemed to sleep at that time. You're always running here and running there.
Yeah.
Good times.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Wow. So how was Ruckus born then? You must have been, you were doing other work before you started.
Yes, I was doing corporate work. When I worked at the Bloor Street Diner, I actually bought my first Mac computer. I was working at Micropack I was just finishing school, and I was working at the Bloor Street Diner, which was fantastic. Just that diner was hopping at that time. So I put a lot of my tips away. I got a Mac computer, and then I started like handing out. I made this my business card for Chiaro, which was my initial creative company to do, graphic design and art direction. Yeah. And I would hand out my business cards to people at the Bloor Street Diner, because a lot of them would come in from the local businesses for lunch. And
great!
I got quite a few contracts.
Oh, so you really built a network there in the diner.
It was pretty good. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So I did that for several years, and then I hit some really great corporate companies. And one of them, Toyota and Lexus, that I worked with for over 20 years. And then it became a full-time process with him. I was sitting on my glutamus maximus for way too long, working on stuff for them, and I was started itching to get to do something a little more creative, which is where Ruckus started to. Yeah.
So when you were building Ruckus, were you doing that on the side while you?
Oh yeah.
Were doing this other work? Okay.
Yeah, I like a nice smooth transition. I don't like to cut the cord too soon, and I like to grow, because it takes a while for a business to grow and get momentum, especially these days when there's so many tools to put your business out there. It's just such a learning curve.
It is.
Yeah.
Aren't you grateful that you started when you did?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
It's so wonderful. How many years now have you been in business?
With Chiaro, with the main, it's been over 35 years. Wow. When I started that, I incorporated.
Bravo!
Yay!
That's so awesome. Yes, something to be celebrated.
I do. I loved it. Like, there was nothing more exciting than creating something on a computer and then being able to put it out there. At that time, it was just so exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic! And then Ruckus was born
about 2004.
Okay.
I started tinkering around with things. I would do wolf stock. And I felt like I realized over time, I really wanted to work with my hands. Yeah. And I wanted to find something that was, just feeding my soul that way. I love being creative. I love that part, but it was the sense of that working with my hands that I really wanted to get off my derriere, I think.
Yeah.
That's why I joined the gym.
Oh yeah.
I know. Yeah, I'd be working for Toyota all day and doing this stuff, and then I would go work out at the gym for 3.5 hours.
Good for you. Yeah, that's fantastic. I can. I can tell. Oh, that's so good. Yeah. The sitting down is really, it's tough, and it also really, it affects your creativity so much. Yeah. And I was thinking the other day, sometimes when I'm sitting here, I do a lot of writing in my business as well. And I'll just like get that block. So I get up and I do some dishes, and then stuff comes to me, and I have a shot of tequila, do some dishes. But it really works. And I was listening to this interview the other day. Are you a fan of Conan O'Brien?
Yeah, so cool. Yeah.
So his podcast, Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, he just interviewed John Cleese, and he was talking about that exactly, about how when you can't find the creativity, do something mundane to get it going again. Yeah. And
it's so interesting you say that. I find that, like if my ideas come from, I'll be down there sanding, because my workshop is in the basement.
Okay.
We're so not going there. It does not look like your food shelf. Okay.
Oh, you don't know what's on either side of me, girl.
Okay. I have to walk sideways downstairs now. That's the only way I can get things.
I feel your pain.
But it's true. Like, it's the the sanding and doing that, like the mundane, meticulous, like routine things that's like, oh, I really like that idea. So I have a little board downstairs where I just jot things down.
Right.
And it's
good.
Perfect. Yeah.
That's great. And you also have help, right, Sparkie? Like you've got people who are helping out, or not right now with COVID?
No,
how are you managing that?
I don't. The people that help me out are my amazing friends who come and help me set up at shows.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do it all, like the production and but it's overwhelming, you know, the too many hats thing, you know, something always gets dropped off. And for me, it's like the advertising and getting it out there sort of thing.
Yeah.
I love doing the actual work and the designs I love doing and making the stuff. Like I love that part.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so crazy. Yeah. That's a lot on your plate. And do you wholesale as well? Or
I do. There's a couple of little boutique stores that I wholesale to. Yeah. One's in Fergus, Ontario.
Okay.
One's in Hamilton, Nest, and One and Only. They're wonderful little stores. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Wow. And so not being at the One of a Kind show and not having our shows and all that. How are you? How are you? I do not want to use that word pivot. I'm so sick of it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Unless we're on the
I just said it. Yeah. How are you pirouetting? Or oh gosh. Have you been doing things differently this year, Sparkie, or is there anything like what's been your biggest shift this year in terms of getting product to your fans? Well,
I was ahead of the curve because I worked on revamping my website in March. So I had this shiny new website up ready to go in March. And then everything that hit the fan, right? And okay, well, I'm ready to go. And with things like this, I just think, I didn't want to stress about it. It's like whatever. This year is going to be whatever. And I'll get things to people. And I love when people buy the product, but I'm not stressing about it because it's just so up in the air. So I just you just kind of got to go with the flow.
Good for you. That's such a great attitude. Yeah. So I have to just read to you as we're, so a gentleman by the name of Connor O'Brien is watching. Hello, Sparkie. It's Connor, Cindy's friend you met just before COVID.
Hi, Connor.
And then a friend of mine, Jamie Gallipo, she just says, OMG, I just went on the website and it's amazing.
Oh,
so there you go. Amazing art. Yep. She's great.
What kind of dog? Did she have a dog?
You know what? I'm not sure if Jamie has a dog. I can't remember if they have one. You'll have to let us know, Jamie, if you've got a doggy.
Jamie.
Yeah. So let's talk about your art and the inspiration for it and where it comes from. Because like it's hysterical. I mean, the ideas are fantastic. And I love that you have swag for humans.
Hey, I'm working on that too. I have a couple ideas in the pipeline for that.
Yeah. That's great. But you've got your belt buckles.
Belt buckles, yeah.
Yeah. And you've got the pillows and you've got all kinds of stuff happening for
I love pillow fights, so there had to be pillows on the website. And they're specific.
Yeah.
It really challenges space sometimes because there's a lot of breeds out there.
Yes. And when I was looking at the site, I love how you've got all the breeds and then you've got the personality type. And then I was thinking about you and I emailing back and forth. And I'm like, this is kind of like horoscope. Well, actually, it's kind of like reading a horoscope when you read the characteristics of these dogs, right? And you had said to me that you're a Leo dragon.
Yeah.
And I'm a Leo rooster. So I was like, this is good. I'm going to get the fire out of you. I'm going to peck the fire out.
I'm not I just flick my tail a little bit. There's not a lot of fire.
No. Leos are easygoing. We don't have a lot of.
We really are.
Yeah.
Why don't people get that? Yes.
Why don't people understand? And you know what's funny too? I read somewhere once that Leos adore other Leos.
I know.
We're like obsessed with each other.
Brenda knew we'd get along.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She's like, how can I describe Sparkie? She's just like you. I'm like, okay, that's good. I can work with that. I know what to expect.
Yeah, no kidding. Expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us about your animals today. What's going on in your house?
What's in the house?
Yeah, what's in the house? What's outside of the house? What's at the parents' house? Tell us about the animals in your life.
So I have 2 rescues right now. I have a little girl from Cuba. Her name is Salsa. And I have one from North Carolina. His name is Tucker. So those are my first 2 actually rescue dogs I've had. I had a Portuguese. There's a fruit fly. Honestly.
Oh, does that mean there's red wine open that I?
No. And I have a couple of rescue pigeons. I've always loved birds. I've always had birds as a kid.
Yeah.
I had a little lovebird named Shreddy, so I could never keep anything of importance on the table because he would shred it. So I would talk to him a lot. I would tweet, and I have a plethora of animal noises in my cache. So.
Oh, wow.
I'm always talking to the birds and the dogs right now, especially with COVID.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's funny. I feel like now with COVID, I'm even more of a crazy dog mom. And our dog is she's a rescue.
Yeah.
But we had never had an animal before. And I was like the loser friend, Sparkie, in high school, where it would be like going to a friend's house. We're all, decked out for the high school dance or whatever. And their dog would walk by me. I'd be like, could you get the dog away? I'm going to get hair on my whatever neon pink skirt or whatever I was wearing back then.
Right there, right?
But yeah. And now that I have my own dog, I feel so guilty for all the years of making fun of my friends and their dog. And even when they lost their dog, I went, so what? Just get another one. Like, I was the worst.
Really?
Oh, terrible.
It's amazing how that things change, isn't it?
Yeah. And now I'm like, oh my God, this dog is our baby. And she's,
Is Boink your first dog?
Yes.
Is she? Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Happy birthday,
Boink. And she's passed out here having the nap of her
lifetime. So I just read that Boink was a vegetarian. So there's your broccoli.
Oh my God. I love you. That is so beautiful.
I put peas in, but peas are evil. You should all know that peas are just gross. I'm a vegetarian.
Are you? Have you always been a vegetarian?
No.
Thank you so much for making that,
you're
by
welcome.
the way. Oh my God, that's
I'll
so
pop
nice.
it in the mail for Boink.
Thank you.
And I love spelling markers, so it was a no-brainer. This is my favorite marker, though.
Oh yeah, I've got one of those here too.
You?
Wait a sec.
Is this wrong?
Is this wrong? You know what's funny? It's like these smells of things you grew up with. You know what I love the smell of because it reminds me of my dad? Varsol.
Oh yeah, I work a lot with Varsol.
Oh my God. And Varsol was something in our house where it was like my dad used it for everything. Like,
oh yeah, it's good.
You know, if you got whatever on your hands, come in the basement. He was German. I'm going to put some Varsol on there. I'm like, oh my God. Dad.
So that
gum on your
shoes,
us, whatever.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, that's so funny. So you're a vegetarian?
Yes.
Have you always
since I was 16? No, not always. I decided that probably was the best route for me for many reasons. I felt better, more energy being vegetarian. I know it's not for everybody, but it just worked for me physically.
Great.
And just the whole animal thing, you know.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
for you.
yeah,
Wow. I did it for 10 years and then I went back
yeah.
and I
And it
mean,
doesn't, it's cool. Like it doesn't work for some people. Like it's, it's
yeah,
whatever works for you. And so on so many levels, it's fine,
yeah, yeah.
So when
Wow.
I heard that you posted something about missing her
Oh,
spleen.
oh my God. Yeah. So we had a bit of a scare back in August, and
Oh,
my friend
baby.
Sarah Turl is watching right now, and she was my
Sarah.
daily. She is the biggest dog lover. She has a beautiful dog, Walter, and oh my gosh, Sarah, I can't think of what kind of dog Walter is. So please say,
Is he Fumi?
is he what?
A Fumi.
No, he's like one of those big. He's like I think they're like a racing dog. Oh God,
Oh,
she's gonna kill me.
Greyhound.
Greyhound, yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful dog. So Sarah was texting me every day. Are you okay? Are you okay? Because we found out that Boink had 2 tumors on her spleen.
Oh,
Anyway, all kinds of stuff. But we took her to the Guelph hospital.
they're amazing there.
Amazing. Yeah, went for the operation. And I swear to God, Sparkie, she's like a new dog. Well, now she's having her nap. I don't know. It's birthday nap day. But she's so
Everyone's napping here.
yeah. She's so crazy. Like she's a puppy again. I'm just so happy we did it because
So what was her like symptoms?
so it was funny because we have this we just pay monthly for like a little thing through the vet where they just check on all her vitals and give her stuff for shots. My husband takes care of all that stuff, all the stuff she needs. But anyway, the dog stuff. But so anyway, they did a blood test and they found she had low albumin levels. And so we didn't know what that was. And apparently it's something in the blood. And it wasn't that she wasn't producing the albumin. It was just not staying with her. So, of course, they checked the poo, they checked the pee. That's all fine. The albumin's not from there. It was something in her blood.
Okay.
So anyways,
was she tired, like sleeping all the time, or
she was much more tired than she is now. I'll say that. Yeah. And so after this operation and changing over to a vegetarian diet, totally fine.
That's good. Oh
yeah. So good. Yeah. Sarah just confirmed he's a greyhound.
Greyhound.
Yeah. So, it's crazy. I mean, and she was 11 years old at the time. And you think too, with older dogs, do we do this? How much longer do we have? All those, but I'm counting on her to. You got to do it. You have to do the best. They are. Yeah, they are. They really are. Yeah. So these are your first 2 rescues.
These are my first 2 rescues.
How did you find them?
I found Salsa in Cuba on a dance floor.
You actually found her on a dance floor?
A very good friend and I were in Cuba. We're on a trip. We were in a small town called Mico, something Mico. Now I can't remember. In the middle of Cuba, so we were kayaking and hiking. And it was more in the farmlands. And there was this little local dog that would come down with some males, and she would hang out getting scraps from the locals. And we were out one night celebrating after our first week, and she would come down and she'd be like, she was wiggling her butt through the people that were on the outside dance floor. Like, as far as I know, she lived in a cave. And she stole my heart. And it's neat how the stars align sometimes. There was a woman there that I met who had her dog with her, and her dog has a passport to go to Cuba. She was down there. I know, right?
That's great.
Oh yeah, she's amazing. Her name was Laura, and she was down there on her own funds and money that she had raised to help spay and neuter the dogs down there in Cuba, because there's a problem down there too.
Right.
And I just happened to have a conversation with her before I left. I said, are you able to bring a dog home for me? And it ended up being Salsa, because that wasn't her name at the time.
Wow, what an appropriate name. You nailed the, yeah.
So I had to leave before Laura was leaving. So she ended up taking care of everything for me, getting her spayed before she could get on the plane, and just everything. She brought her back with her. And
oh my gosh.
yeah, she's my little Cuban treasure.
Okay.
So she found me for sure.
Wow. Yes, they find us.
They do.
They sure do.
Yeah.
Sparkie, I have to, and maybe after the talk show, connect you with a good friend of mine. Her name is Joanne Wright.
Yeah.
And I just worked with her. I do like fundraisers for people, and she did a bracelet fundraiser with me to raise money to build a vet clinic in Cuba.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. And so right now,
for sure.
Yeah. And it's so great. Like she was telling me a lot of the, the vets, they volunteer to do the spading, the neutering, in their homes, wherever they can, but they need like a sanitary place to do it. There's nothing there. So yeah, I'll have to.
I love working on projects like that or helping out where I can.
Yeah.
Yes. For sure.
Definitely. I'll connect you guys. That's so great. So Salsa, and then
North Carolina.
Yeah.
I after about a couple of years of having Salsa, I thought maybe she needs, because she's a wild dog, maybe she needed other dogs around. So I've never had two dogs at once. And I thought, maybe I thought about rescuing another dog, because you know how you're sitting there working and you feel like these hot beams, like they're staring at you, like they want you to play with them or take them for another walk. And I thought, maybe I'll get another dog to maybe entertain her a little bit more. And I ended up finding Tucker. So now I've got two sets of eyes staring at me to go for a walk. You never win, right?
Oh, that's great. And what was the adjustment like when you brought the two dogs together? Did they get along right away? Or?
It took a while to navigate that.
Yeah.
Introducing each other, and Salsa didn't like, because it was her space at that point. I had her a couple of years before I found Tucker. So she was like, don't touch my toys. And then I started playing with them together on the floor. Like I had squeaky toys and I was playing to get them to tug together and play. And it took about a couple of weeks, and then they were fine. I was sleeping on the couch together, so it's good. They're all.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, because they really just want to be in a pack. They really want to have that connection, and she likes boys, so that's why I got a boy.
Okay, great.
It's like very embarrassing around male dogs out in the world.
Oh. She just goes for it.
It's like it's all like funny. Adorable to watch. Yeah.
Wow, that is so sweet.
Oh, they bring so much joy. I love being able to work with dogs and people that love them. I really do. It's just I miss that most about the show, is that I can't talk to people and look at their pictures, and it's such an emotional connection.
Yeah, it is. It really, that's so nice.
Yeah.
That's so great, Sparkie. And the rescue thing's amazing. It's wonderful how during COVID, I mean, I remember, I guess it was about like by May or June in our neighborhood, all of a sudden there's all these new dogs everywhere. Some are puppies, some are rescues, but it's lovely, that people are doing that, because it's so wonderful for the family. And I even think back to, like not having a dog growing up. My parents really loved to travel. They were animal lovers, but they didn't want to have a dog and I just think, the struggles through the teen years and all that, it would have been really nice to have a dog. Like they're such, they're the best healers, They
are. And they just know, like, it's just amazing. You go through an emotional moment, and I find Salsa is just so in tune to that. And so was Coil, I had a Portuguese water dog. He's in the logo.
Wow.
And he was just so in tune to things. You get to this point where you have this really deeper connection with them. It's not verbal, or it's just kind of incredible.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
I remember when we first got Boink, because I'd never had a dog. I'd say to my husband, I know,
I'm scared to ask why.
Well, she actually, it's funny. So she came with the name.
Okay.
And so she'd had a year of rough life with another name. I don't even know what that name was. And the people abused her. And then she was adopted by an elderly couple.
Yeah.
And I think maybe they meant to name her Boing with a G, but they named her Boink. And they said it's because she boink, boink, boinks all around the house, like jumping. And I'm like, okay, I think you got the word wrong, but whatever. That's okay.
Okay, that's
and then
really
my husband was like, that's the best. We're not changing it. I'm like, oh God. But now she is Boink. I mean,
it's funny because I had a little typo when I did your little sign for Boink. I did Boing.
Oh, you did?
I did Boing. I'm thinking, and then I went, I better go reread your note about, and it was Boink, so I had to do a K really fast. That's funny.
That's hysterical. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. It's so great. And we don't have children, so having her is
there
good.
Are children.
Yeah. And she, she's kind of a jerk. She doesn't like kids or other dogs.
Yeah,
but
dogs can be like that.
Yeah, they're crazy.
They're crazy.
Personality. They're so crazy.
Foyle's best buddy is a Jack Russell, and he's in the logo also. It was kind of like a yin-yang thing.
Yeah.
Yin-yang. And he was like,
I love
Jack Russell cuckoo. The Jack Russell terror, I used to call him.
Yeah, I know. They are crazy. I said to my husband, I would love to get just a purebred Jack Russell. He's like, there is no way. Are you insane?
Yeah.
Or you know what else I'd love is a dachshund.
Oh, yeah.
They're beautiful. And I shouldn't, as Wayne always says, if you're going to talk about other dogs, cover up her ears.
Cover her ears, for sure.
Yeah, I should have her ears covered. But.
And then you can get the leash hanger that says, my wiener is epic.
Yes. Okay, tell us about some of your other ones. I want to know more about the leash hangers. The names.
Not drinking alone when the dog's home. My wiener is epic. My wiener is boss. They're pretty big sellers, especially in the little store. There's, for some reason, I don't know why, the store in Fergus sells a lot of those. So it must be a Dachshund community out there.
Yeah, totally.
But when I first started the leash hangers at One of a Kind, it started with a retro line. I called it Retro Fabulous. So it was like more of the breed illustration with a little bit of description, But because I like to change things up every couple of years, I thought, I want to do something different, and I really like fonts, type and font. I just love it so much. So combining fonts and putting the fonts and the dog silhouettes and illustrations, that's where typography came from.
Okay.
Yeah. It was the breed with the word clouds.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm playing with that, and I'm maybe still. I'm getting a little itchy, so I might evolve that design a little bit more. So that's kind of in the works right now. But with COVID, it's kind of hard to, plan different things. Like getting, I want to start to introduce some metal and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. But it's on social media now. You could host something with your best customers and do like a kind of a focus group, you know?
Yeah. You're gonna show me how to do that.
See? Oh, it's easy, man. You could even use this app that I use here. Yeah.
I like this. This is good.
It's so easy, StreamYard. Yeah, you could use this. Yeah. Oh, that's exciting, Sparkie. See, this is so good. You've got new things in the mix.
Yeah.
Are you are you the type of person who goes on holiday usually during the winter, or are you kind of a homebody anyway, or do you like to travel? Is that something?
I like traveling. Yeah, I like planning trips. Usually maybe 1 to 2 in the year that I can, big trips. It would be a couple of weeks someplace different and a different adventure. The last few trips have been with my mom, which is great.
Oh, nice.
My mom's 90 going on 65. She's just hanging out with her is like hanging out with 5 50-year-olds. It's great. She just got some great energy, and so I love traveling with her. Yeah.
Oh my God, we really do have so much in common. My mom is my travel buddy. Yeah, she really is. We've been to Iceland, to Germany, to see family over there. We were going to Florida and she would come road tripping with me. We went to all the way to Newfoundland. We took the ferry. I was freaking out. I thought we were going to die. We did the overnight.
Oh, that's a nice trip to take your mom on.
Yeah, on the rough waters. And my mom's like, oh, please, just relax. It's fine. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to die. And my mom's watching right now. She's amazing. And she's 81. And I mean.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Monica.
Yeah. How wonderful. And your mom's 90.
90, yeah.
I love it. When's her birthday?
It was July 10th.
Nice.
So we did the wagon train. Like she's in Keswick, so she's a part of a lot of horticultural groups up there. And so they would drive by and they had signs, and we had her set out front on the lawn. She's a real green thumb. I didn't get that. I have my thumb color is puce. I try, but it's not. I'm trying.
Oh gosh! Yeah. And are you an only child?
I had a brother, but we lost my brother about 11 years ago now.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So we've been through. Mom and I have been through a lot together. You know, she's amazing. She's amazing. You know, it's not easy losing a brother. He was incredible. He was an incredible soul. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. It's, these women, thank goodness we have them our lineage, and it's what gives us our strength when we look at our mothers and our grandmothers.
That's so true, Monica. Yeah. She's been through a war in England, and she just like, pandemic, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, it's easy. You're not, you just have to each day, one moment at a time, really. Yeah. Fantastic. My mom's the same, World War II. She's like, well, that's what was happening, like we survive. Yeah. And there was a real sense of togetherness then during the war too, like I find that too. We get pockets of that here during the pandemic, like we're together.
Yeah.
It kind of it lightens things quite a bit.
Definitely. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Give your mom a big hug from me.
I will. Squeeze her.
So cool. I love it.
Yeah, she's in my bubble. So she bounces around in my bubble.
Good for you. That same with my mom. She's in our bubble, and my studio doors are closed. People understand. I'm like, you know what? I want my mom here.
Yes. Like I 100%, right?
Yeah. We can do curbside. We can wave past the masks.
Yeah.
It's okay. People get it.
Okay. That's good. Does your mom sing a lot?
Yeah. My mom hums. She loves this German tenor. Jonas Kaufmann is his name.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's big into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's got her music, and she's a big time CBC listener. Always has been.
Yeah. Keeping the mind sharp.
Yeah.
That's
definitely
the hardest thing. Don't you find? It's just.
Oh yeah.
Keeping your mind sharp. I mean, I used to be a person that would write lists all the time, of my day. I'm a list maker. And then I thought, during COVID, I thought, oh no, I won't write lists. I'll just keep my mind sharp. I walk around in circles way too much now, so I've gone back to writing lists.
Yeah, it's so true. I know. And when I'm making, I have help. So I've got a couple students that work from home, which is great. Yeah. But when I'm designing and whatever, I will put on a podcast or something just to keep it sharp. I got to be learning something. Yeah. But I know what you mean. Sometimes I'm my mind just goes boop blank. I know.
Why did I come up here?
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I do that. My poor husband, sometimes I'm like, why the hell am I in this room? What am I doing in here? And he's like, I don't know. Calm down.
Get out of here. Go back to your room.
Yeah, I just got off of that cutting board and walked all the way over here. No.
Yeah. The cutting board.
I just
Good.
hobbled
I love
over. Oh my God, Sparkie, you're so awesome. I'm so happy that you were able to take the time to do this today. Is there anything you want folks to know, like about Christmas, like ordering right now? I know it's kind of tricky, but I've been telling my people too, thanks for supporting small business. And the great thing about our sites, you can always print out what you've ordered and let the person know, I thought of you, this is coming. You're going to have a great surprise in January.
Perfect. And seriously, I mean, just keep ordering. I mean, you're not going anywhere. It's not.
Yeah. I talked to a lady today. She's like, I'm just putting an order in on your website, and I just want you to know, dear, there's no stress because I'm not seeing anybody. So
I know, exactly.
Whatever.
That's great. You're not going.
Yeah.
I'm finding most people are pretty easygoing with it. Just like it'll get there when it gets there. I mean, you can't guarantee now with Canada Post and the amount of online shopping that's happening. People are just kind of really, really calm with it, which is nice.
They are. And you know what is so amazing? It just like makes my heart go, oh God, is people are so happy to support small business. They're like, I don't care.
So
I'd rather order from you and wait than order some crap off of Amazon. I want to support small business. And
I love it.
Oh, thank you.
I love it. And the notes you get from people after they've ordered or when they get it, because it's hard to order online. Mm-hmm. Because knowing if they haven't seen the product before, so when they get it, they're so happy with it. It's just delightful. Yeah,
it sure is. Yeah. Oh, Sparkie, thank you for
seriously done already.
I know it's 1:52. Can you believe it? I could talk to you forever.
I thought, how are we going to get through 45 minutes? What can I say in 45 minutes?
Oh, there's so much. I know. I feel like I went on too much about my.
No, we only scratched the surface.
We have. We're going to have to do it. Sparkie part 2. Yeah. I'm so glad. So I want to invite you over for a little Instagram after party. Yeah. Where we'll continue the party. And thank you so much. So people are saying, my friend Sarah, that Boink art is incredible.
That's cute.
Kathy Hewson, great website for sure. Ilana Waldston, the website looks gorgeous. Nancy Whitman, you're both amazing. And Jamie Gallipo does have a dog. She didn't say what kind. I think it's a lab now that she says she does. But anyways.
Yay!
Yeah. I'm sure they're all shopping right now. So.
Yeah.
Great.
I'll see you soon. I'll go get my disco ball, right?
Get the disco ball and your roller skates.
And the roller skate.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, that was so much fun. That is my very first conversation with Sparkie, and I just love her. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today. Check out her website, Ruckus Dog. I think it's .com. I'm going to put the link here so that you can check it out. And also, thank you to our amazing sponsor, Brenda Badome. I absolutely love my Cabernet Sauvignon top today. And go to her sale. My God, you can get some amazing things. And use the coupon code Get to Know Her for 13% off of your order. Thank you, everyone. And thank you for helping to celebrate Boink's birthday. You mean the world to us. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and listen to more great shows with amazing women. Love you so much. Enjoy the rest of your wonderful day. Talk to you soon.